Hello and welcome back to your favorite place to be. Welcome to the library. Here we are. Today we are going to have a bit of a bookish night. So I need to sell a book. I need to buy the book that I'm selling. I need to reorganize my shelf. And yeah, we'll see where the wind takes me because I do leave to go back to school tomorrow, and it's important that I get all of this done. So, let's get right on into it. Let's go take a trip, shall we? We are here at one of my favorite places in the world, and hopefully, guys, I'm officially breaking my book buying ban. And the only reason why I'm breaking it is because I haven't gone book shopping since December 20th, and this it's missing part of the book, so I need to go get a new one. That's the only reason why we're going. Now if I get distracted and I find some other books in there, that's not my fault. You can't blame me. Like, I just needed so that I could be able to read this book, so therefore it's not my fault. So we're gonna head in to Barnes & Noble. I'm excited, and let's get going. I don't know what other books I really need, so this is going to be a very interesting trip. Yeah. Home sweet home! Oh my god, the Abby Jimenez new release, The Night We Met. I think I'm going to wait till I get the soft cover, but the sprayed edges are tempting. Okay, stay focused. Honey and Spice. Okay, first order of business, as always, to be prepared. You never know, because I tend to go crazy. Need a basket. I think what I should do first is this Heated Rivalry. Oh my god, guys, should I get into it? I also, if I get it right now, there's no way I'm gonna read it right now. All these books that I'm getting, except for Honey and Spice, I'm not reading anytime soon. So that's ooh. Okay, wait, let's stay focused. We're looking for Honey and Spice. It's supposed to be right here, because this is Sweet Heat. This is the second book. Honey and Spice isn't here, which means I have to go on Amazon again. But Amazon messed up my first book, so why would I trust them to get my second one? Well, I mean, since I'm here, I guess I'll make like an aesthetic book vlog for you guys, right? It's only right, as you guys' loyal reader. Breaking my book buying ban the only way I know how, which is making an excuse that since I'm already here, it just makes sense to just browse. But I'm not sure what I want, because I only came here for Honey and Spice, so the fact that I don't have it is actually really frustrating, because I've been trying to read that book for a hot minute. But then I guess now it's just like finishing my series that I have already and not necessarily buying new books. Okay, here's my problem. They have the hardcover Barnes & Noble edition of the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, which I've been dying to read for years. But the issue is I want the inverse cover, which is this, but you only see it in soft covers now. So should I just say, you know what, it doesn't matter, and get the inverse covers? Because this is what the inverse covers look like. And this is what, so like, look, this is Once Upon a Broken Heart, and this is the cover that I wanted for Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I wanted it in the hardcover. I don't know if I should just buy it and just like stick with it, but they're coming out with Stephanie Garber's coming out with like a new companion like book to the series, so now I'm thinking, well, maybe I should just not, because that way it can match the new one. Does that make sense? First of all, so aggressive. I don't know if this makes sense. I want Belladonna so bad, but I want it in the hardcover. The hardcovers look so beautiful. and they're only in soft covers. I only ever see them in soft covers, which is like frustrating because I prefer I preferred hardcovers over paperbacks, which I know may be like weird and controversial, but it is what it is. So most of my books I'm trying to now get in my hardcovers, but I give in a lot and get the paperbacks. Anyways, yeah. I don't know which books I own. I'm really running into this problem really badly because I'm getting really confused. I want to also read Red Queen. Should I just get the Red Queen in softcover? Or should I look for it in hardcover? Because they have the softcover here. Here's the softcover of the Red Queen. And I want to read the Red Queen series before I read the Powerless series. But I have the first 3 books of Powerless. Or I have Powerless and Powerful. I don't think I bought Reckless because I said I should stop and get Red Queen first and read all of Red Queen. What do we think about Sight? I keep on picking this book up every time I come to Barnes & Noble. So should I get it? I think I'll get Sight. Why not? I have a serious question. How many MMCs with blonde white hair are based off of Draco Malfoy? Is this based off of Draco Malfoy? Well, I don't know who she would be based off of, but is every time I see a blonde white, white hair or blonde MMC, I think it's Draco Malfoy. And especially with all the fanfics getting published now, traditionally published, yeah, I'm now seeing every single, if his hair is this color, a little bit blonder, he's Draco Malfoy. Is that my toxic trait? Just a question. Also, I added a few more books. I really think my heart wasn't in it today because I don't have Honey and Spice. I think I'm gonna ask to see if they have it in the back or something just to be safe. But yeah, I'm still gonna buy books. Where's it at? I just realized a new release came from my auto buy author. Where's it at? Why is it not here? Where's In Her Own League? I'm gonna cry. Because Mile High, 6-star read, mind you, right here. They have The Right Move, they have Caught Up, they have Play Along, they have Rewind It Back, they have all 5 of the Windy City series. So where's In Her Own League? Where's Monty and Reese? Stressful times. I don't know if I'll ever be able to touch these. Ever. I just don't think I can. So, I ran out of phone storage, so I never got back to y'all. Guys, I ended up buying 7 books, and none of them were Honey and Spice. So this is still my original copy that I got, which means I still need to get a whole new copy of Honey and Spice. So I think I'm gonna go check when I go back to Slow. Maybe I'll do a video where I try all the bookstores in Slow. I don't know if they have that many. If not, it'll just be a random book vlog at Barnes & Noble, because I know they have Barnes & Noble because I've been there. But yeah, let's just get into my 7 books. Because I quite literally cannot tell the difference between any books anymore and don't even know what I own anymore. I only got one thing that is already in a series that I have, and that is Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. This is book 3 in the Boys of Tommen series. I already have Binding of 13. I don't know because I'm reading it with you guys. If you haven't watched my 75 book to failed video, that's where I read it, and then I have an upcoming book vlog where I'll be finishing Binding 13. So keep on the lookout for that. So I have to get this one. This is following Shannon's older brother Joey and his girlfriend Eva. This takes place before Binding 13. This is going to break me. This is going to make my heart hurt in way too many ways. Okay, now we just have freshly new books because I keep on thinking I have all these. I was literally staring at books and I was like, I don't even know if I have this. And I was like, I shouldn't buy it just in case I do have it, but what if I do? What if I don't? I know, we're a little confused. We have the first book in the Lakefront Billionaire series, Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. If you can't tell from up there, I have a Lauren Asher shrine. I have the Dirty Air series. I have the Dreamland Billionaire series. And now I need to start collecting the Lakefront Billionaire series. How many Lauren Asher books have I read, you may be asking? Only 2. Throttled and Collided. I'm actually going to start reading Wrecked soon, though, I think. So, don't worry. So, yeah. I got Love Redesigned. This is following Julian Lopez and Dahlia Munoz. And Dahlia returns back to Lake Wisteria, and she's an interior designer, and basically Julian needs to help her find her creative spark again, and so they are renovating a historic house together to triple their profits, and they were childhood enemies, but as they spend all this time together, y'all know what happens. Romance. Then I have Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. This is Cassandra Clare's newest, fantasy series. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Cassandra Clare fan. Mortal Instruments, Infernal Devices, that raised me. I'm actually still going through that series, because I take such long breaks in between each book, but I've always loved Cassandra Clare's writing, and I'm so excited to get into this new journey with her. We are following Kel, who is the body double of the royal heir, so pretty much his destiny is to die for the prince. And then we have Lynn, who is a physician, but she cannot heal her best friend. She needs this forbidden knowledge, and basically Lynn and Kel are brought together. They are drawn into this web of the criminal underworld, and secrets begin to unravel, attractions, knowledge worth the price of betrayal, and will their discoveries plunge their nation into war and the world into chaos. You already know I'm gonna read it. You already know it's up my alley. I would say this haul is pretty equal into fantasy, sci-fi, and romance, but more so leaning into the fantasy sci-fi, which, if you don't know, I'm a huge high fantasy girly. That is my home. That is where I live. High fantasy psychological thrillers, that's where I live. So, very, very excited. And then are all these new... Oh, this is not a new author for me. Renegades by Marissa Meyer. No, this is a new author for me. I have not read a Marissa Meyer book, have I? I've been meaning to, though. She's the one that wrote Heartless. Okay. See, once again, I don't remember anymore. I don't remember what I own, what I want to read, who, what, when, where, why, how. It's just not. It's not working in my favor. So, this is the Renegades. I've heard good things. I think this is a standalone sci-fi book. We are following Nova, who hates the Renegades. The Renegades are prodigies that emerged from these ruins of their crumbled society and established peace and order. They remain a symbol of hope, except for to the people they once overthrew. Nova hates them. She's on a mission for vengeance, and she meets Adrian, a renegade who believes in justice. and also Noah, but Nova's allegiance is to a villain who has the power to end them both. Don't know what that means. I'm excited though. I'm excited. Then we have The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I've been wanting to read a lot of Lynette Noni books, so I'm very excited because one of my favorite booktubers, book talkers, loves Lynette Noni, and that is Freya Valeria. Freya reads. You know, I love her down. So in this series, this is a trilogy, we are following Kiva, who has spent the last 10 years fighting for survival in death prison, working as the prison healer, and then the Rebel Queen is captured, so Kiva is charged with keeping her alive so that she can go by the trial, which is like a series of elemental challenges. But then a coded message from Kiva's family arrives containing a single order. Don't let her die, we are coming. And the trials will kill her, so Kiva is going to risk her life and volunteer in her place. If she succeeds, both she and the queen will be granted their freedom, but nobody has ever survived these trials. And there's also an incurable plague sweeping through, and there's a new inmate fighting for Kiva's heart. There's a prison rebellion brewing. There's a lot happening to this poor girl. I'm excited. Then we have Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I've heard such good things about this book, and I pick it up like 50 million times and I never buy it, so I finally did. Basically, this is like a world where nobody like dies, nobody gets sick, nobody, goes to war, nobody's hungry, there's nobody upset. So they've conquered, humanity has like literally conquered things, they don't die. And so basically scythes are the only ones who can end life, and they are commanded to do so in order to keep the size of the populations under control. Citra and Rowan are chosen to apprentice to a scythe. Neither of them want to be one though, and they must master the art of taking life, knowing that the consequence of failure could mean losing their own. And living in this perfect world comes with a lot of prices. So I'm very excited to figure out what our characters deal with in this book, because I love a good character arc. I love a good full, like, anyways. Last book, we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I've been wanting to read this so bad. So basically, this is Aiden Valentine. He's fallen. He's no longer in life. But he's the host of like a romance hotline. And a young girl calls into the station asking for dating advice for her mom, Lucy. And the interview goes viral, and Aiden becomes like in this limelight. And Lucy, she thinks she's fine, but all of a sudden, Baltimore, that's where they live, is like scrutinizing her and her love life. She begins to question if she's happy, and everybody wants Lucy to find her a happy ending, even Aiden. And then sparks seem to fly behind the scenes, and she must decide where her heart lies, with whatever the show is asking for or the man calling the shots. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I've heard such good reviews about this. So those are the reads. I did not find any of my current new releases of the year, which is sad. I was looking for In Her Own League by Liz Forty. So hopefully when I go shopping in Slow, that could be a whole series, because I know Alex Astor's Starside is coming out. Okay, now that we have this lovely stack, it is time to redo my bookshelves. I will do a final recount. I have to put Honey and Spice back to where its spot is, all my books that I brought from college, and then also books that have been returned to me. All my books are now in one place except for one, so once that one comes back, all my books will be here. But I am going to take some with me when I go back to school tomorrow. I think I'm going to keep Binding 13 out just because I need to go read it literally right after this. But yeah, that was our book haul. It's honestly just a book haul vlog, or a book shopping book haul, and then book reorganizing vlog. If that's okay with you guys. Yeah. So let's get into doing these shelves because this is going to take 50 million years. Okay, guys, I think this is going to be the time where I take you guys on the long-awaited tour. I believe I now have 230 books. That might not be correct, but I think that's the number. Because I looked on my Instagram and apparently I counted before I left, and it said 223. And if I bought 7, it means I own 230. So I own 230 books, and let's just take you guys on that tour. I have piles like right over here. The way I design my shelves is author's last name. That I know nobody does that. I know nobody does that, and it makes no sense to nobody else but me. But I have to have it done by author's last name. Otherwise, it's done. It's done for. So I think first I'm gonna take you guys through my box sets, which are up here, because I need to put a few books back in their box sets anyways. So I thought let's just go through that first, and then I'll take you guys through pile. And then I'll also show you guys books that I want to sell, and I want your recommendations on how I should sell them. So, yeah. Okay, so I have a lot. I have a lot of books now surrounding me because I brought all of them down. So let's start with who you can literally see, and this is the Naturals series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So we have book 1, The Naturals, book 2, Killer Instinct, book 3, All In, book 4, Bad Blood. Jennifer Lynn Barnes also just announced a Naturals novel. I forgot what it's called, but I'm so excited. Also, my Bad Blood. I don't know if all Bad Blood copies have this, but I know my Bad Blood copy has the novella 12 in it. So that takes place in the future, and I'm assuming the new book will also take around the same time frame as 12, maybe. But yeah, I've read this series already. Special place in my heart. One of my favorite series of all time. This is a YA mystery series or a YA thriller series where we follow these teenagers that have special abilities and they work on cold cases for the FBI. But as time moves on, they realize that some cases are a lot closer to them than they may think, and that's where their focus tends to shift. Fantastic. I rated this one 6 stars. The first one 6 stars. All of them are, and then the rest are 5 stars. I think my ranking would go 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're literally all phenomenal, and I absolutely love them. So yes. Oh my gosh, where do I put these? Next, we have the One of Us is Lying trilogy by Karen M. McManus. Karen M. McManus was one of my first introductions to YA mystery books, so you guys will see the rest of her shine later on. But we have One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next, and One of Us is Back. I reread One of Us is Next, and then I read One of Us is Lying for the first time after I got a lot of it spoiled for me and watched a bit of the TV show, but I read One of Us is Back for the first time. If I went back in time, these two would this one for sure would be a 5 star, this one maybe 4. This one, I read for the first time, it was 3. But yeah, absolutely, truly recommend. I think it's a great starter if you want to get into certain books. Next, we have E. Lockhart's We Were Liars and Family of Liars. So We Were Liars, this is now a TV show on Amazon Prime. I have yet to watch it. But The Family of Liars is the prequel to it, and then I think a new one just came out, and I forgot what it's called, but I need to get it. We Were Liars follows this girl who goes to visit her family's private island for the summer, and things are a bit different. Nobody's telling her what happened the summer that she had this head injury, and everybody's acting weird. Her family's keeping secrets from her. this is gut-wrenching. The only reason why I rated it so low, I rated it 3 stars, is because the main character absolutely irritated me. But if I would have read Family of Liars first, I think I would have rated it higher because they do kind of have similar storylines. But they're both phenomenal. And guys, when I tell you that twist is tragic, if you watch the show, you know. If you read the book, you know. It's literally the most heartbreaking thing ever. Next, we have the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Oh my gosh. By Carrie Maniscalco. I've only read the first one. I read it in August 2024. I rated it 4 stars. And then we have Hunting Prince Dracula, Escaping from Houdini, and Capturing the Devil. So we are following Audrey Rose and Thomas. I forgot his last name. I want to say it's Caldwell, but I'm pretty sure that's not it. But Audrey Rose, this is like a Victorian era, I want to say, Regency era. And basically, Audrey Rose has a fascination with forensic science and dead bodies, so she has been learning about those different things, and then eventually when a serial killer comes and they start framing her uncle, she decides to take it into her own hands and solve it to clear her uncle's name with the help of her uncle's apprentice, whose name is Thomas. And I absolutely love them together. They are so great. And I will be continuing this series. I will probably film a video on this summer of continuing series that I'm in the middle of, finishing series that I'm in the middle, finishing series with that I only have 1 book left, and then also starting new series that I own and need to get through. Okay, what do I tell you guys next? Oh, I have the Crescent City trilogy. Well, I think there's more books that are supposed to be coming out. I don't know, but it's by Sarah J. Maas. I have not read any of them. They're just sitting here on my shelf. They're literally just here to sit there and look pretty. But I do have the entire hardcover series. Don't know what it's about. Never looked. Probably won't touch this. Probably won't touch it for some years. It is what it is. Speaking of Sarah J. Maas, I have the ACOTAR series, and let me put in its missing book right now, because this is going to be a very controversial take. So there's 5 books out, but book 6 and book 7 just got announced literally like 2 weeks ago. Broke the internet. So there's A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then A Court of Silver Flames. I've only read this one, first book, 4 stars. I absolutely loved it. I DNF'd this book in, I think, 2022, 2023. I haven't picked it up since, and the reason why I was out was because I've been trying to force myself to read it. I genuinely, Feyre irritates me to no end. I do not believe in the romance that's building in this book. I don't believe it at all. I was like 60% through when I was reading this. I don't believe in it at all. I feel like it doesn't make sense. And also, this book feels so much more romance-driven versus plot-driven, and I hate it. So, but I am trying to push through it, especially since book 6 and book 7 got announced. And I think that this book is a big plot book. And, just trying to finish what's currently on my shelf, because I did spend a lot of money on these books. And, them just sitting on my shelf is pretty wasteful, so I'd rather read them. But, I don't know, I'm not really vibing with them. But I'm hoping that as I move on, maybe I'll find some new characters that will make it a lot more bearable for me. The next one, if you can't tell from what I'm inserting right here, is the Hunger Games series. So we have The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and then Sunrise on the Reaping. I've only read The Hunger Games, and I read it pretty recently, I want to say. Or maybe I didn't, and it's just been a long time and I've been procrastinating. But I loved it. 4 stars. I've not watched any of the movies, so please no spoilers. I've gone out of my way to avoid this series. I've gotten a few like minor spoilers. I think they're minor. I don't really know, but I've tried to avoid as much as possible. And my goal is to read all of these and then watch all the movies before November for the Sunrise of the Reaping movie because I cannot wait to watch it. So yes, you guys will also be seeing my Hunger Games journey, I'm pretty sure, as well. And then my final box, let's put it in here, goes to the one and the only. Hello? How does this book go in? Does it go in this way? Yes, it does. The Grimm and Oro Dueling Crowns novella by Alex Astor. This is a novella in the Lightlark saga. And no, let's not show him. And if you don't know, Lightlark is about. Did I start telling you guys what all these series were about? I'm sorry if I started forgetting. Lightlark is about the Centennial, where every 100 years, the rulers of all these different places come together to break their curses, and Isla is there, and she learns a lot. She's just trying to break the curse, but she's also hiding some secrets of her own, and while also battling maybe some love interests, you never know. And the story evolves from there. Like, that's the basic, but that's literally only book 1. Book 2, psh, book 3, psh. Like, it just keeps on escalating. So now book 4 is out. We're so far deep into the plot that, like, literally nothing is happening that was happening in book 1. Like, we've moved on. We keep on going. So, yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed, and I do need to read this so I can read Crown Tide. So those are all my box sets. I'm going to put those back up there, and then we're going to get started on showing you the rest of my collection. So we're going to start with authors whose last name starts with A. We do have quite a big stack, but let's just get my 2 shrines out the way. First shrine, I think I've already mentioned today, is my Lauren Astor shrine. This has the Dirty Air series, the Dreamland Billionaire series, and then of course our newest edition, Lakefront Billionaire series. And then next we have my Alex Astor shrine. Obviously the Grimm and Oro novella is up there, but then the rest is the entire Lightlark saga, and then Summer in the City, which is her romance novel, and Starside, which is her new adult fantasy book, will be coming out literally in like 3 days. So very excited. And then things that are not in my shrine, we have some pretty good books, I'd say. Ace of Spades, Where Sleeping Girls Lie, Lights Out, Six Olympians, Jackal. I'm not going to be going in depth with all these, but this is just an example of what most of my authors look like, I'd say. Yeah. And also, disclaimer, most of the books that I'm showing you, I have not read yet. So please keep that in mind. Maybe we can show you one day what books I have read, what books I haven't read, but majority of these books I have not read. So, okay, let's go put them on the shelf and then move on. Okay, next we have my Shadow and Bone trilogy. Leigh Bardugo, my entrance into Leigh Bardugo. Have I been consistent? No. We also have the start of Red Rising. I only have the first 2 books. And then, of course, Honey and Spice, Sweet Heat, and a few others that you guys will see as I put them up, maybe. Okay, side note, I know that, like, authors up there correlate to whatever letter, but they have to stay in there because there's literally no other place to put them because my bookshelf is full to the max. But we have authors C, D, E, and F over here, so we only have I'm going to do them all at once because they're pretty quick. We have C, and then from D, we have the start of A Touch of Golden Madness. We have the starting of A Shrine for Charlie Donlea, and then, of course, Legend Born by Tracy Deonn. And then E, we have Ashley Elston, and then The Black Queen. And then F, we have my All of Us Villains duology. Fantastic. This book right here, 6-star read. Made me cry. And then we have the Christina Forrest Green Sisters trilogy. Okay, let's put everybody up on the shelf. Okay, next we have G, H, and I. So we have the Immortal Dark trilogy. The new one will be coming. Was just announced actually, which is insane. We have the Windark Window duology. We have the Caraval trilogy. I'm a Telegirl. Legendary was my favorite. Moving on to H, we have my Emily Henry Shrine. Just need to add Great Big Beautiful Life. I don't know if it's in paperback yet. And then we have the beginning of my Magnolia Parks series. And then also my Twisted by Anna Huang series. And then for I, there we go. Okay, let's put everybody up on the shelves because a lot more books are coming. Okay, so next we have J, K, and L. For J, we have my Holly Jackson Shrine. My 5 Survive is currently not with me. It is the only book not pictured in my library. But I don't have Good Girl Bad Blood, which is the second book in the Good Girls Bad to Never series. I don't know why I don't have that one. I need to get it. And then I have my Abby Jimenez Shrine that's growing. Then for the Ks, 99% of all my books with the author's K is my R of Kwang Shrine. I have all her books. And I will continue it that way. She is literally phenomenal. And then for L, I'm just going to show you guys my Shadows Between Us duology by Trisha Levenseller. Okay, let's put everybody up on the shelf. Okay, so next we have authors that start with M, and here is my favorite series by Sarah J. Maas, and that is the Throne of Glass series. The series owns my heart. 5-star series. Literally, I think about it every day. Has ruined me and mind blown. Then I also have my Frida McFadden Shrine. It's slowly growing. And I also have my Karen M. McManus Shrine because I'm collecting all of the rest of her books. And then I have so many more, but I'm not trying to show you guys everything, so let's put them on the shelves. As we can see, they're slowly making their way around. Next we have N, P, and Next we have N, P, and R, and we already know, just got the Prison Healer. P, we have my growing Ashley Poston Shrine, I guess, or just collection. I don't really know. I haven't even read a novel love story. I haven't decided. And then I have the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth. And then, of course, my R section isn't complete without my Kennedy Ryan Shrine, which is growing and growing and growing by the second. So let's put these up. I don't know how many more are going to be left to fit on my shelf. I'm getting a little nervous because I have a lot more books left. Okay, so I was right. None of mine fit anymore. The R's didn't even finish getting onto my shelf. So I'm not surrounded by the rest of my books. I don't even know how many are left here. We're going to figure it out after I show you guys a little bit more snippets. So for my S, I've brought, of course, my Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. This man is going to take all of my money, I fear. And then from the T section, we have my Pride and Joy, my 5-star series, the Windy City series. This Mile High was a 6-star. I think I told y'all this already. I need to read Rewind It Back. I'm literally itching to read it. I cannot wait. And then for you, we have my Diana Urban collection. Her shrine is slowly growing, I promise. My Queen. And then for, of course, my Binding 13 collection. Now we have 3. And then I have Alchemized. If you know, you know. I read Manacled a while ago, so I had to get this. And I heard that this was the best traditionally published one out of all the ones that were being traditionally published, which makes me excited because I think that was the only one that I would actually bother buying. And then Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle 7. So yeah, those are a snippet of all my books. I'm gonna put the rest of these on top of my shelves, and then I'll give you guys a full final review, and then we're gonna end this video. Okay, here it is in all its glory. On both shelves, the box sets, all the extra books that couldn't fit on the shelves. And by going down, as we go down, look at it. Literally the most beautiful thing in the world. There's nothing I love more than these books, and I have enough space to put my missing book where it needs to be, so, and I won't have to alter anything up top, which is fantastic. Sitting in front of a freshly redone bookshelf feels good, especially because most of my books are now home. This is my prized possession right here. All 230 of them. Now, before we end off this video, I need advice, guys, because I have books that I want to sell because I keep my books in very, very good condition. And so when I don't like them, or I have duplicates, or I'm just no longer interested in reading them, I want to sell them. I've spent so much money. These books right here, I have to have spent over $1,000 buying these. These are worth more than $1,000. Probably $2,000, $3,000, who knows? I've spent ridiculous amounts of money getting my books in order, and I am no way near at the collection that I need. So, I need to get my money's worth out of books that I no longer wish to own. And I have 6 right here. One is Caught Up by Liz Tom 40. As you guys already saw, I already have a version of Caught Up. This is the one that I read, though. I just got the other one to fit the size of all the other ones. So, yeah. We have How to Survive a Murder by Danielle Valentine. I think I just DNF'd it. Wasn't vibing with it. That's okay. Even If We Break, I rated this 2 stars. I don't know why I didn't DNF it. Yeah. And then we have Off to the Races and Heartless by Elsie Silver. I'm no longer interested in reading anything by Elsie Silver. I never got into it, and I was literally getting into it like moments away, and I didn't for various reasons, but no longer interested. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, I DNF'd it. I just couldn't get behind it. I literally looked it up and spoiled it for myself. I didn't even bother watching the movie. And then Summer in the City by Alex Astor. I have a signed copy. As you guys already know, I already have Summer in the City by Alex Astor, and it's the Barnes & Noble edition, and it's signed by Alex Astor. So I have an extra copy that is signed by her. So those are the books I want to sign. Where should I sell them at? I don't know. I want to get my full money's worth. Books these days are not cheap, no way near. So I'm not trying to sell them for like half price. I want them for the full price. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or if you want the books, let me know. I actually do need to figure out prices very, very soon because I want to get them off my hands just so that they're not taking up so much space when I clearly have no space already. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys. We are back and better than ever. So many videos are going to be coming out. I'm so excited for you guys and to film them. It's going to be so much fun. Shout out to my editor who's keeping me on track. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed my tour. I hope that you enjoyed book shopping with me. And I will see you guys next week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on my Instagram and my Fable. Everything is love_Alexis Cherie. Love is spelled L-U-V. Literally everything. And you can Fable, you can watch as I'm currently reading. Instagram, I post all my updates, all my thoughts, literally everything. This is just a more in-depth, more personal way of doing everything. Is that it? I think it is. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!